And welcome to this edition of Outside the Oval as the racing season roars on. We've had some big action. Now the All-Star Circuit of Champions, first of two visits to Huset Speedway. It came Sunday night. 25 cars in the Outlaw Sprint Division for the All-Star action. Big 30-lap event to cap off the night. Earlier in the evening, boy, we had some spills out there. We had some sprint cars taking some pretty wild rides. Nobody was injured, but we had a couple of cars that got banged up a little bit. However, Matt Jewell, who lost left rear wheel on his car and spun and then flipped hard in turns 1 and 2, or turns 3 and 4 rather, he actually did get back in before the night was over. But the main event, the 30-lapper, it was Ian Madsen, the Australian driver out of St. Mary's, New South Wales. Again, he won last year in the July All-Star race, and he dominated that race last night. A strong run for Ian in the 18 car. You can look back to an earlier Outside the Oval where we interviewed Ian Madsen, and boy, what a great guy, what a great driver. He held off Rico Abreu out of California, driving the number 24 car. The Abreu Vineyards machine came across in second. Sammy Swindell out of Tennessee came across in third with the 1 car. It was the Wild Child, Jack Hautenschild out of Worcester, Ohio, driving the 9W, coming in fourth in the King of Huset Speedway. Terry McCarl, King, meaning he's won more races than anybody out there. He drove the number 6 car into fifth last night. Let's look at the top 5 on the All-Star Circuit of Champions event from Sunday night at Huset Speedway. Complete rundown, of course, in this story. You can get into the text and get the whole rundown. Let's go to the micro sprints. Bill Bowles out of Harris, Iowa, drove the number 12B micro sprint to his first ever win in any division ever at Huset Speedway. He's won a number of times at Jackson. First time win for Bill Bowles at Huset's, the 12B micro. Shane Fick came across in second. Brandon Bicey finished in third. Skylar Prohaska, another driver of the big sprint cars from Jackson, was in a micro last night driving the number 38 car. That driver out of Lakefield, Minnesota, came in fourth. Ellie Amdahl from Flandreau brought the 51A in the top 5 of the micros. Let's go to the street stock division. Gary Brown Jr. from Brandon, second straight win at Huset Speedway for the 7-time defending champion, his 4th on the season. Who was he battling? Once again, another veteran driver, Darren Cordles, came in second. Sean Taylor came in third, and Matt Jensen, a 98 junior car, came in fourth. Corey Yai, he won the season opener this year, came in fifth in the 64 car. Couple more classes to look at. The B mods, Coulter Dyche out of Canada, Minnesota, took over the lead with 2 laps to go and got his 6th win of the season at Huset Speedway. He has the most wins in the class this year. Better yet, he has the most wins in the class in the history of the track, with 16 victories now in the B mods. Dustin Cruz was second. Ryan Walker in the 06W was third. Jared Nitro was fourth, and Brad Haas came in fifth. Wrapped up with the hobby stocks, David Beeman. This was probably the win of the night. As far as happiness in victory lane, David Beeman Jr. in the Y4 car for 14 years has been hoping to win a race at Huset Speedway, and he's gave it a good shot many times. And last night, or on Sunday night, he got his first ever victory at Huset Speedway. An emotional David Beeman Jr. in victory lane, his first ever win at Huset's. Chad Kunert trying for 2 in a row in the 44 car, came from 10th up to 2nd. It was Logan Fitzpatrick in third in the L82. Zach Olivier, defending champion, came from 10th up to 4th. And Dustin Gobronson charged from 11th up to 5th in the number 6 car. Rundown from Sunday night, Huset Speedway. For Outside the Oval, I'm Mark Tassler.